Okay, so evidently I can't get across there, which is... yeah, not very helpful at all. No portable services at all, really? Oh, fair enough. So, let's take a good look around, shall we? Got a lot of portable services over there by that tunnel. Several over there. One or two on the floor, I think. I'm sure that's... yeah. I'm sure that place I was just looking at is where I'm supposed to end up. So presumably I need to fling myself from that angled surface. But first I need momentum if I'm going to do that. So I need to get up there somewhere. Yeah, that should be high enough, I think. Right, cool. Right, trying to find a place to hop on down. I'll see if I can set myself up with a bit of momentum and get this going. Damn. Fortunately, Shell can't use even her hands. So she can't just, you know, clamber over the railing. Which is yet another problem I must contend with. I can't swim, I can't use my hands for anything except holding things, apparently. But yeah. Again, just a bit of, well, not really subtle, but there is lag here for some reason as well. And I really don't know why. There shouldn't be any whatsoever. I've turned everything off, I've got a little program smoothing things out in the background, taking care of any processes I don't need active. Oh well, whatever. I suppose at the end of the day, no matter how much I do love my little MacBook here, I'm not actually using a properly equipped gaming system, really, am I? I'm still at the end of the day using a laptop, so... And you may have all just heard my phone going off there. Ah, there we go. My guest commentator's on his way. Delightful. You know, as much as I do love my iPhone, I do wish I could customise with the ringtones and stuff a bit more. Or at all, really, would be nice. Just saying, if you're listening, Jobs, you know, keep it in mind for the iPhone 5. Ooh, speaking of, the 5 is supposed to be incorporating a new, what's it looking for? Camera processor. Which, I realise even as I say this is going to be incredibly boring to anyone who either isn't an Apple geek like myself, but just doesn't really care about pictures. But oh well, this is my Let's Play, so you're stuck with it. Mahaha! Too late now, suck it. Ah, for fuck's sake. Damn, there goes my fleeting moment of superiority. Thank you, Shell, that was much appreciated. Like every other woman in my life, you felt the need to rob me of my glory. Right. Let's try this again. Now with 50% less failure, I think. Okay, we can do this. We can do this. Ah, crap! Ah! Wee! Yeah, you see that shit? Ow! Well, you know, before I destroyed my face, I went straight through the O of the Aperture Science logo. That was awesome.
There's 1,000 tests performed every day here in our enrichment spheres. I can't personally oversee every one of them, so these pre-recorded messages will cover any questions you might have and respond to any incidents that may occur in the course of your science adventure.
Sweetness.
Your test assignment will vary depending on the manner in which you have bent the world to your will. Those of you helping us test the repulsion gel today...
Can I get a secretary job here? Got my comfy chair, got my telephone. No? Fair enough.
I've got some good news and some bad news. Bad news is we're postponing those tests indefinitely. Good news is we've got a much better test for you. Fighting an army of Mantis Men. Pick up a rifle and follow the yellow line. You'll know when the test starts.
Oh god, this is awesome. You can see the kind of nutcase that, you know, led to GLaDOS here. This is brilliant. I do like this sort of fleshing out the environment they got going on here. So you'll see how Aperture Science came about. One man's lunacy and passion for science led to my current predicament. What if I somehow learned to tunnel back into the past? So I can, you know, smack him in the face or something. Actually no, Shell's not really that violent, is she? Well, not in the traditional sense, anyway. Probably set up a portal over a vat of acid and drop him through it. Right, where was I? Lost in delusions of revenge, Lazaro. That's where you were. Alright, awesome. Okay, I'm back again. Now some of you might be wondering why there was a little blip in the recording there, and that's because my guest commentator has actually arrived. Ladies and gentlemen, you may remember this man. He is the only man ever to get the runners-up prize in the Nobel Peace Prize draw, which was actually a trip to Weston-super-Mare. That's right, it's Ace.
Hello there.
Yes, he's back again. You know, it's strange really, when he found out I wasn't recording a horror game this time, he was over much quicker. I just can't figure out why. Yes, in addition to Ace, we also have my little brother, the Chomp, in the room.
Hello.
Yes, that was him. That strained, girly, gangly little voice.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, despite sitting in on the commentary, he's probably not actually going to say much. He's just going to be there, taking up space, and generally taking a lot of stick. Whee! There we go. Look at me flying across the room doing science. So yeah. Gentlemen, Chomp, any thoughts on the game so far?
The graphics haven't really changed that much from the first game.
That would largely be because I'm playing on the lowest possible settings. Yeah.
A lot of mission.
Yeah, I found one slight problem with playing on a laptop is that if you play on high-end specs, it does work for about 40 seconds. And then the hard drive makes a horrendous grinding noise. And the computer goes, bit what? Presumably. Yeah, that general noise. So yeah, anyway, we are currently in the Alpha Labs at Aperture Science, right down in the basement of the facility. And I'm attempting to figure out how the buggering hell I get out of this room. I'm assuming I need to get onto the catwalks and figure out where to put the second portal. I might actually get out of here. Now I don't know if you two saw that. It was I think it was quite an interesting little mechanic idea on Valve's part. The places where I can place my secondary portals are actually bricked up doorways. So they're sort of designated in a way. You get what I mean?
So you, on this one, your portals can only be something that's already been there, in a way.
Not exactly, no. It's the same setup as before, really. Basically, the idea is that I can only place a portal on certain types of surface.
Ah.
Which is, you know, whee!
They say great science
Sorry,
is
what was
built
it?
on
Yes.
the shoulders of
Super
Fun
giants.
Happy Slide.
Not here. At Aperture, we
Any
do all
better
our
guns
science
in
from
this one?
scratch. No
Or-
hand holding.
Well, there is another mechanic, I think, down here somewhere. Hold on. New loading screen. Which again, boys and girls, I should point out that is there just to show you, the viewers of YouTube, what it looks like. It is not because I forgot to cut it out. I would never be so unprofessional.
Never.
Never at all. Ah, bright light.
All right, let's get started.
I'm here.
Test involves
How did it know?
called repulsion gel.
Damn you, Sign, you win this
By
one.
the way, you get the gel. Last poor son of a gun got blue paint. All
So,
joking
and I've said
aside,
before,
did
I'm pretty sure the voice of this guy is the chap who played J. Jonah Jameson in the Spider-Man movies. Yeah, moment of stunned silence there. Look at the size of that previous portal gun. It's ridiculous. Huge backpack and everything. Can't imagine doing that now.
So if you've not got the little machine helping you this time, who is helping you? Or have you got no help at all in this one?
No help whatsoever. An identified goo on the floor. Now, should I be cautious and stealthy or leap straight into it? Whee! Well, that worked out better than I was anticipating. Well, there were really only two ways it was going to go, wasn't there? It was either going to be horrible, horrible death, or... Oh, I see. Push button, open door. But I need something to weigh the door, weigh the button down either. Weighing the door down wouldn't help me at all. Right. Need a box. I'm living in a box. Well, not living in a box, I need a box. You get the general idea. Push button, receive box. There it goes. Come back.
The music on this thing really hasn't got any better.
You don't think? I like the sort of the techno funk beat track. It's quite fun. Whee!
The lab boys just informed me
Ah,
that
look at
NASA
me go.
mentioned the
I'm
control
doing
room.
science.
They're telling me I ought to stop making these pre-recorded messages. That gave me an idea. Make more pre-recorded messages.
This is the only problem really with bringing in guest commentators when you're so used to speaking on your own. They're there waiting for a chance to speak and I'm still talking. I can see them eagerly waiting. They're like, oh, come on, you fucker. Shut up already.
Shut up, yeah.
I'm getting better. I left a pause there. I didn't immediately leap on the word fucker with, you know, the old Dad's Army joke of get out of that fucker, you fucker. Yes, I'll cede the floor to my companions for a second. Gentlemen, thoughts so far?
For
Nothing.
this next test, we
Yeah, I guess I am.
holes in the gel. In layman's
Something will come
terms,
to mind
that's
in a
a
minute.
billion little gizmos that are
Yeah.
gonna travel
We should have just
through
inserted like a
the
little
experiment
animation of a hamster turning a wheel there, shouldn't I?
forth into your tumors. Now, maybe you don't have any tumors.
Got some sound effects on iMovie, I should put something in.
Folding chair in the lobby and weren't wearing lead underpants. We took care of that too.
This warehouse also looks familiar for something from the first game as well. Like we've already gone through this bit or something.
It does actually, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm wondering if that was intentional. I presume so. I mean, the place we're in right now, I didn't explain this before. Oh, my box just disappeared. It's a Houdini box, apparently. But yeah, should have explained. This place is, it's right down in the basement, the facility we were in the first game. And this is essentially where everything started. Back in the 1950s, I think, something like that. This was the very first set of test chambers ever built. That's why everything sort of looks a bit old school and crappy. At least by the standards of Portal, anyway.
They actually changed the Portal one from the first one. Or was it just me? I can't remember it being like that.
There have been a few cosmetic changes, yeah. They've added a few new details here and there. Because the portal gun is supposed to have been left, what's the word I'm looking for? Not unattended, that's not the right word. It was essentially left at the bottom of a pit of trash. So it looks a bit battered and dirty and stuff now, which it didn't in the first game.
Ah. Actually looks a bit better than the one in the first game, but...
That's a familiar thing, isn't it? I mean, what was it now? Well, a couple of months back we were playing Assassin's Creed 1, was it? Remember that? What's her
Yeah.
name? Ellie, something like that?
Uh-huh.
The chick from that. And then you saw me playing Assassin's Creed 2. She looks like a completely different person. It's like, wow, your hair's not made of blocks anymore. What's going on? Why, that's a long way down, isn't it? Echo.
You actually find this game easier than the first one? Or?
In some respects, yes. Mainly, it's simply because I've already played the first
Yeah.
one, so I know generally how everything works. I can figure out the mechanics of the puzzles. Unfortunately, this section is where things take a rather abrupt left-hand turn into Cock-Up City, because they suddenly introduce a new mechanic that I'm not familiar with. And so, you know, I respond much like a flailing autistic person. It's like, oh, it's the same but not. Ah! And, you know, proceed to screw everything up. Much like so. Not entirely sure what I'm doing anymore. It's like, do I drop through there and create a loop, or do I come through here and... Oh my god, I just don't understand. Ah, I fell to my doom. Boing. And I smacked my nose off the edge of there. But it's okay. By this point in the game, I've smacked Shell's face into so much stuff, you know. It'll take a team of plastic surgeons to put her right.
So I can't remember from the first one, whether you had bosses at the end of each kind of different place you go to, if you know what I mean.
They didn't really have bosses, not in the traditional sense anyway. the end of each, what's what I'm looking for, segment, shall we say, would be marked by a noticeably harder puzzle, if you consider that.
Right.